What's up to all of my Libras out there, and welcome back to Pulse of the Cosmos. This is your weekly astrology horoscope for the week of June 22nd to the 28th of 2020. So let's get into it. For you guys, my Libras, your ruling planet is going to be finally coming back direct this week on the 25th over there in Gemini, which for you guys is your 9th house, where, man, has it been an expansive journey for you guys. There's been a lot of review looking into relationships and looking into your partnerships and looking into your projects and seeking out those types of relationships and partnerships and projects that make sense and that push you through this level of conscious expansion, where there's kind of this growth factor involved within them, where the two parties are consciously expanding with each other, and it's not a stagnant relationship. I think there's been very much sense of clarity that's come to you and what you're seeking there in terms of relationships, especially as Venus had been retrograde through that area. And now we're going to be moving forward, and you might have even encountered some people in your life, like I've mentioned, that have been able to teach you things, and you have expanded your mind in some way, and it's been a very formative relationship in that way. Or you've been a mentor to some people in that way, mentoring people and helping them understand a form of higher education or a higher knowledge. But it's been a lot of pushing to expand in that area for you, and now we're moving forward as we've got some clarity on that area of our lives. Now, Neptune is also retrograde officially this week, and Neptune is in Pisces over there in your 6th house. So this is a review of that area of your life. 6th house deals with your work habits, with your day-to-day life, how you structure your day-to-day life, your routines, your health. So Neptune being the planet of divinity and of spirituality and of connectedness, and also of dreams and delusions and fantasies and kind of some more unrealistic aspects. It's a time to kind of review the structure of your life, your work habits, the work that you're doing. Do you feel connected to the work that you're doing? Does it feel divine? Does it feel purposeful to you? Or is it something that's really stagnated and you don't feel connected to anymore, and there needs to be some kind of shift or some kind of redirect to realign you in a more helpful way to the direction your soul's looking to go while it's here on this physical plane? This could also be a period of major clarity for some of you guys who have been working really hard to take some steps to take care of your health or take care of your body, or align yourself in a more spiritual direction and a more spiritual work life, and kind of get set up in a more divine structure there. So this could be a period of clarity where you're seeing, all right, I am loving what I do. I am connected to what I do. I am expressing myself creatively. I am connecting to other people through this work. So this could be a period of clarity that's kind of elevating you further in that area. Now, also, we do have big news. Mars is going to be moving into Aries this week. He's going to be home in Aries, dignified there for a long time. This transit's going to be particularly long because Mars is going retrograde there later this year. So he'll be in Aries until 2021. Now, coming into your 7th house can pose a few challenges. Mars is our ego force, so it very much depends on how you're going to inhabit that energy and direct it. Now, Mars being the ego is very much so about self-assertion, and 7th house is the house of partnerships, projects, relationships that we're involved in. It's very much so got the spirit of one-to-one encounters with another person. So there's going to have to be some sense of understanding that you do need others in your life. You can't just walk through this life alone. Partnerships can help elevate you. Relationships can help elevate you. You can elevate each other in that way, and it's understanding where to compromise in those areas. And also, this could be a very useful transit if you're in a relationship where you really struggle to self-assert, and there's that need for that energy to assert what your needs are and what your wants are and what your desires are out of this life, to ascertain some kind of not only clarity in that area, but the ability to act and to vocalize and to assert yourself into that space. But be cautious, like I said, with Mars, not to be too overly abrasive with that energy. But ultimately, overall, this can connect you to some amazing, incredible divine partnerships backed by that force and that action of Mars. It could really help elevate you into some amazing spaces in the direction that you're looking to go in. But again, just be cautious cognizant of some of that divisive Mars energy, and look to connect with those things that feel divine. Look to connect with those things that make sense in your life, looking at all the facts and the data, as we've had Venus come through Gemini, and looking to connect with things that feel divine. So in any case, let's pull some cards for you guys, my Libras, and see what's going on there. Give it a couple shuffles. Okay, so the first card we pulled is Judgment. So interesting that some of us might be in a position where we're really having to make some major decisions in our life, and we're really having to exercise our judgment throughout this week, and maybe exercise judgment on where to put our energy. I think that's a big thing. We've got a lot of energy in the air where we can be holding on to beliefs so much and judging others for what they believe, and it can become very divisive into your life, especially as Mars moves into the 7th house. So you might be feeling very irritated and in a very kind of like judgmental mood, but also you might be feeling the judgments of others. You might be feeling like other people are passing judgment upon you, and it's kind of affecting you. But it's important to remember that your internal values are what matter. What other people think of you is none of your business. Are you comfortable with the direction that you're headed in? Do you feel like you're moving into more divine spaces? Do you feel confident in the decisions you're making as far as them being connected to your soul mission? Don't let other people's opinion of you screw up the kind of direction that you're trying to go in, because you're too busy trying to fit their opinion into the mold. So let's see here. What are the challenges? Yeah, maybe we're feeling a little bit victimized by some of the judgment in our life. Maybe we're feeling a little bit out in the cold. Maybe there are people in your life who there's already been some sort of divide that's come up, and we're feeling a little bit victimized by some kind of situation we're in where each party is passing judgments on one another. So let's see what else is going on here. Ace of Cups. So hold on, you guys, because Mars is coming into Aries. It's been in Pisces where it's been like indiscriminate, and we've almost felt this kind of like haze over our energy, I think, as well. But when Mars moves into Aries, and especially as your ruling planet Venus is coming direct, there's going to be a new sense of vitality. There's going to be a new sense of energy. There's going to be a new sense of loving life. Don't get too lost in this feeling of despair, and don't get too lost in feeling overburdened by the judgments of other people, and don't become the judger where you're just, judgments on it. I know you're Libra, so you love to be the law and order of the situation. You love to hold the scales of balance, but remember to do so objectively and being a conscious observer of things, and not getting overly attached to certain beliefs or viewpoints or situations that could be causing some of that divide, because new vitality is coming around the corner. This is going to be kind of an invigorating feeling coming by the end of the week. So hang on to that, my Libras. I love you guys so much, and I will be back next week.